my G-Wagon in Port Harcourt. I have my Hummer. I had my Hummer. I still had my FJ Cruiser. No, sorry, not my FJ Cruiser. My FX Infinity. I still had I had one other small car. One of that Toyota. So I still had all those things I'd already sent to my family. So I didn't really need a car. I needed the money so I could start up a new life, and that's what I did. Now looking back, I think it was all the lies. It was all the lies, because everything I ever liked about him was a lie. I'm not saying that I went out there to say I want to date or I want to get married to a who is in Nigeria. But I am Tonto. You don't expect me to get married to a pauper. So definitely when he said I am Obasanjo's son, when his own mother told me I'm Obasanjo's wife, it was a plus for me. It was a plus. When you tell me that the house that I'm coming to Ghana to visit is your own property, because it was a large property. He said it was his own property, which he could never even prove ownership. And it would still come up because I have proof of someone embarrassing us on Instagram about the house not being his own, and he's owing, and he's destroyed the whole property. So when you get to hear about a life that you can live with a man, that you don't have to extremely worry. When I knew that he was broke, and I understood that, okay, this is the situation, I get broke. Everybody gets broke. That's life. Every good businessman or good businesswoman should get broke, because you put in your money and wait for more to come in. So that was the situation I thought that this man was in. I never knew it was fraud. I never knew it was Yahoo, that the money will come this year and in 5 years you are out of money till maybe another. That's how it is for some of them. So that was not what I thought. I was told that this man is into IT. Until date, there is nothing on the face of the earth that has shown that this man has done any IT job for anybody. I didn't go out getting married to a 419 person. I've been duped in the past. And it's something that I do know that carries a lot of cost spiritually, because I know how much I insulted the person who stole even just 100 naira from me. Well, I wouldn't take all of that away. Maybe I felt something, but right now, sitting down here, I would not like to call it love, because it was never based on the truth. It was based on lies. So it was infatuation. He didn't pay for anything at all. You see, a lot of people say, oh, you're very stupid. Oh, you paid for your wedding. You're very desperate. No, it didn't happen that way. I lived here in Nigeria and he lived in Ghana. Whenever he came here, he lived with me. Whenever I went to Ghana, I lived with him. So that was how the relationship was. When we were planning our wedding, I was here in Nigeria, he was in Ghana. And all he kept saying was, baby, go ahead and spend. Baby, go ahead and spend. I'll repay you back. You see what? The reason I actually did this interview is because I have a lot of proof. I have a lot of documents to back up everything I said. This is, first of all, I'd like to say there is no kind of proof in this world that stands out than a conversation between two people. Now, I cannot forge a document about somebody else. The network would sue me, the person would sue me. So if this is not his number, I would be sued. Now, these are documents of me asking this man to pay me back the money I used in marrying him. In this document also, you would also see his replies. There is also a document stated here when I said that he never gave me any money, and he acknowledged it, that he never gave me any money for. I said, Ola, the only money you gave me for the wedding is 1.7 million. Even your family contributed 1 million inside this money. You asked me to keep spending my money. You would pay me back. I don't know why it's an issue now. Is 1.7 million my bride price, or is that what bought the drinks, flew you there, paid for hotel, and fed you? My friend's boyfriend paid for the hotel that my husband slept with me in, made love to me in on the day of my wedding. It was another man that paid for it. To the drinks of my wedding, I paid for it. I flew my ex-husband down from Ghana to Nigeria to my village to get married to me. His uncle, God bless him, he's a pastor, gave me 1 million naira through my son's father. That is the 1.7 million I was talking about. Then my son's father gave me two different money, 300,000 naira once and 400,000 naira once, which is making 700,000, which I never used that money for the wedding, because by the time it came in, I'd already spent and I've already dispatched all the money that was out. So yes, these are all the documents that shows that Olakunle Churchill was married by a woman's money. It's here. So if you say that this is not your number, Olakunle Churchill, I will prove to the world that this is your number. I will go to every network that you use and I'll prove to them that this is your number, because this is your number. And these are all the proof that you, even in here, he negotiated my bill. Because when I asked him for this money was after we got married. I knew that I wanted to leave him. So I started asking for all of my properties. I just wanted to, in disguise, to take everything I had and leave. So I started to ask him for it. And at the end of this, he paid me 10 million naira. That was 2016 December. That was the month I left him. That's when he gave me 10 million naira as a cover for everything I did. In here is also a message that he asked me that I should how much. She said, "Baby, how much have you spent so far from the introduction up to date? Give me." That's what he does sometimes. So if I ask him for my money for too much, then he will now say, "Oh, send me." And in the next 1 month, he doesn't send my money anymore. So these are all the proof that I paid to marry this man, and this man did not spend a dime, not even for food. Actually, 3 days ago, he actually said that in an interview. The interview is on Stella Dimoko. I would send it to you so that it can come up on screen. I actually have the short code to it. He said that there was never a wedding, that there were only 4 people and it was a parlor wedding.
There was no marriage. There was just like knocking. No celebrity came. You didn't even call an artist. You didn't call any of your friends. Just 4 of us. Me, my mom, and 2 other people. What we had was a parlor thing, but they celebrated. We were to do the...
Now, there were 250 people in attendance sitting down in my wedding. Then the whole village, 3 communities before my village, they all came out because my father is a big deal from where I come from. So they all came out. I had over 1,000 people at my wedding, and these are pictures to prove it. These are pictures. You zoom in. These are pictures of different people. There is a video. There's a dancing video of the 2 of us. You see the crowd. You see the mopos. My father had to get almost 12 lorries of mopos because of protection. And this man went to a court and told the court that I paid for my wedding because there were only 4 people. I know people sit at home and say, this girl is very stupid. You paid for your wedding. Why did you pay for your wedding? You are desperate. Why did you pay for your wedding? No, I was pregnant for this man. This man, I was a walking scam for this man. Like I told you, he already told me, okay, don't worry. Continue spending your money. I will reimburse you when I come back. What was I going to say? What was I going to do? Not spend? Not do it? Did I even know I was going to get scammed or going to get... I didn't know all of these things. Because if I knew, I would not be the person. I would not be the person to be in this situation, trust me. So this is the wedding attended by only 4 people. That is his mother there that sprayed me 2,000 naira in 200 naira notes. That is his mother there, dressed in ashwebi. On the pictures on the slide, my father was wearing ashwebi. I was wearing ashwebi. Even to the dress this man wore, he doesn't even know who tailored his dress. I bought materials. I took his dresses to a tailor. I sold his clothes, bought him a shoe, just to come for a wedding that I paid for. And you tell me that 4 people are